Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany and I'm an instructor here at the Hot or Not Yoga Massage Studio in Newport News, Virginia. And I'm here to share with you today a short flow. This is accessible to both beginner and intermediate. And always remember that you can make this practice as challenging or as relaxing as you'd like. So let's all start in a comfortable seated position. Press your hips deep into the mat. Lengthen your spine, roll the shoulders down and away. And let's start with placing one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. Gently close the eyes. And just tune into this present moment. Feel yourself breathe. Notice how as you inhale, the belly inflates, the chest starts to rise, you feel yourself opening up. And how as you exhale, the belly button comes down, the shoulders sink down also. Inhale, lengthen, open up, and exhale, root down into the mat, pressing the hips down, pulling the belly button in, shoulders away. Continue to feel into your breathing, becoming aware of the present moment. With each exhale, let go of anything that happened before class today, your plans for later, and really tune into this moment. Feel your body supported on the mat as you breathe. Notice the sounds that might be around you in the room. And then, of course, always returning your attention back to the breath. Inhaling, filling up. Expanding. Exhaling, releasing. And contracting. Again, deep inhale in, slow. Long, steady exhale, breath out. Bring your hands together, pressing the thumbs into your chest, acknowledging your heartbeat, and setting your intention for class today, for your practice. What's brought you to your mat? This intention can be a mantra, a prayer, dedication, an affirmation, something personal to you. Find something to be grateful for. And we'll seal in this intention with a deep inhale through the nose, filling up. And a long, steady exhale, breath out. Using your next inhale breath, lift both arms high to the sky. Bring the gaze up, the palms touch. And as you exhale, lower the hands down to your heart center. Pull the belly button in towards your spine and pause. Inhale, reaching for the sky. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, lengthen the sides of your body, reaching high to the sky, palms touch. Gaze lifts, exhale, hands to heart center. And we'll do this a couple more times. Meeting with our hands back at heart center. Go ahead and lengthen your legs out long in front of you. Inhale, reach both arms high. Really press the hips down into the mat. Again, feeling length through the sides of your body. And as you exhale, gently lower the hands down to the shins and fold. You can keep the spine straight, hinging at the hips, or you can gently round the spine, bringing the chin towards your chest. Keep pulling the toes back towards the face. Try to relax the kneecaps, relax the legs, and gently fold forward. Slowly start to walk the hands back. Bring your right knee in towards you. Wrap both arms around, giving yourself a big squeeze. Now keeping this right foot where it is, or stepping the right foot over the left, we'll come into a twist. So using your left arm, wrap it around your right knee and place your right hand behind you. Try to square off your shoulders while pulling the belly in for a twist. Gaze comes over the right shoulders. Continue to breathe. And release. Come back to center. And allow that right knee to gently fall to the side. The right ankle is resting on the left thigh, or the right foot is to the inner thigh. We'll come into another forward fold here. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly hinge at the hips. Lower the heart down towards the shin. Lead with the crown of the head. Pull the belly in. And if you'd like to, you can actually round the spine, chin to chest, opening up the vertebrae. Inhale, come back to center, walking the hands back, and lengthening the right leg back out. Bring your left knee in towards your chest, interlacing the fingers or finding your tightest grip. Maybe you're grabbing onto opposite elbows. Squeeze. And then step that left foot over the right thigh or keep it right where it is. Using your right arm to grab the left knee, square off the shoulders towards the left, placing the left hand behind you. Pull the belly in. Keep your heart lifted as you walk the gaze over the left shoulder. Few breaths. And release. Return back to center. Let the left ankle rest on the right thigh, or place the left foot to the inner thigh. Gently start to fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe fold a little bit forward. We're leading with the crown of the head. And release. Slowly come back into that seated position. Bring your right knee in. Allow the soles of the feet to touch and the knees to open to either sides of your mat. Interlace the fingers around the toes. Inhale. Staying here, long spine, or exhale, slowly start to fold, hinging at the hips. Bringing the elbows past the shins, or maybe bringing your forehead towards your fingers. Inhale, come back to center, and then make your way onto all fours in a tabletop position. Spread your fingers wide, make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Flat back, knees hip width apart. Using your next inhale breath, lower the belly, roll the shoulders back, gaze forward. And as you exhale, round the spine, bring your gaze to your knees and press the mat away, chin to chest. Inhale, lower the belly, rolling the shoulders back, coming into cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, gaze to knees, pressing the mat away. Inhale, lengthen. Shoulders back, hips high, shins pressing down. Exhale, round your spine, gaze to knees, pressing the mat away. Continue a few more times on your own. Complete your last cycle. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine, gaze to knees. And then come back into a neutral position, flat back. Lengthen your right leg back towards the back of the room. Keep the core engaged. You can keep the right toes on the mat. If you'd like a challenge, try to hover that right leg, keeping the hips squared off to the floor. And if you'd like to take this a little bit further, reach the left arm forward. Hold your gaze down on the mat in front of you. Lengthen the back of the neck, leading with the crown of the head. And release the hands and knee back to the mat. Another round of cat-cow breathing. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round the spine. Gaze to knees, pressing the mat away. Come back into your neutral spine. Lengthen the left leg back, keeping the toes on the mat if you'd like. For a challenge, lift the leg. And reach the right arm forward when you're ready if you'd like. Holding the gaze. Continue to breathe. And release hand and knee back to the mat. Press your hips back onto your heels. Lengthen your arms and rest the forehead on the mat for a moment. Just breathe. This is child's pose. Know that this posture is always available to you throughout the class. Continue to breathe. Refocus on the intention. And try to listen for the heartbeat. Using your next inhale breath, come back to all fours in a tabletop position. Again, lengthen your right leg back towards the back of the mat. Keep the toes on the mat this time. Really press through the heel. Strong arms, core engaged. Step the left foot back into a high plank. Stay high on the toes. Try to pull the wrist towards the toes towards your wrist to really activate the core muscles. And if this is too much to hold for you, slowly bring the knees down to the mat. Keeping the elbows in, lower all the way down. The fingertips are underneath the shoulders. Untuck your toes, preparing for baby cobra. With the forehead on the mat, exhale, prepare. Using your next inhale breath, lift the heart off of the mat. Bring the shoulders away from the ears, keep the elbows squeezing in towards the rib cage, and press the tops of your feet down. Maybe your kneecaps will lift. And release baby cobra, gently, forehead to the mat. Press back up to all fours, and lower your hips to your heels. Again, child's pose, breathing here. Long inhale in. Steady exhale, breath out. Inhale, back to all fours, tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the knees off the mat, pressing back, downward facing dog. Start to find organic movements of your own, shifting the hips left and right, shaking your head yes or no. Move the shoulders, separating the feet hip distance apart, pulling the belly in, emphasizing the fingertips. When you're ready, start to find stillness. If the backs of your legs are still tight, keep a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, come forward into your plank position, shoulders over wrist, high on the toes. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank, shoulders over wrist. Lead with the crown of the head. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, press it back, downward dog. Last one, inhale, forward plank. Exhale all the way down, keep the elbows in tight. Untuck the toes, fingertips are underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen up, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead back to the mat. Bring the hands back a few inches, press up to all fours. Hips to heels, child's pose, or tuck the toes, lift the hips, find your downward facing dog. Long breath in. Long exhale, breath out. Full chaturanga on the flow. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, halfway down. Scoot up and through upward facing dog. Holding here for a moment. Shoulders away from the ears, hips sink. Tops of the feet press down, lifting the knees. Then tuck the toes, lift the hips, find your downward facing dog. Breathing here. Long inhale in. Steady exhale, breath out. Lift your right leg high on your inhale breath. And try to bring your right knee in towards your nose. Then step the right foot forward, finding lunge. Coming up high on the fingertips, pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, and then gently lower your back, knee, shin, and foot onto the mat. And then lace the fingers on top of the thigh. Bring the shoulders down and away. And then using your next inhale breath, lift both arms up. On the exhale breath, bend the elbows into cactus arms or goalpost arms. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower the hands down to frame the foot. Tuck the back toe under, press through the heel, low lunge. Step the left foot up to meet your right, finding Uttanasana, forward fold. Again, finding organic movements, maybe walking the fingertips to either sides of your mat. A deep knee bend might feel good here. Or ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows and gently rocking side to side. Bring more weight to the toes as the hips lift over the heels, keeping the belly close to your thighs. Forehead towards your knees. Release the hands down. Put a bend in the left knee. Bring the left fingertips out in front of you and just raise the right arm high, pulling that right hip back, stacking the shoulders. And release the right arm down. Bend the right knee, keep the right fingertips on the mat, and lift. Left arm high, pulling the left hip back. And release. Bend your knees. Inhale, sweep both arms high to the sky, get long. Shine out through the heart while pressing the feet deep into the mat. Slight backward bend. Exhale, swan dive back down into your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen, flat back, shoulders away from the ears, weight in the toes. Exhale, fold, release. One more. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Sweep both arms up. Allow the tailbone to be heavy, the heart lifting high. Exhale, swan dive back down into your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, release. Bend your knees, plant the hands down, and step your right foot all the way back. Yoga lunge. Scissor the legs, pulling the right hip forward, left hip back, high on the fingertips, long spine, leading with the crown of the head. Gently lower your back, knee, shin, and foot onto the mat, and interlace your fingers onto the thigh. Start to sink the hips down and forward, pressing the back shin into the mat for stability. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend, sink. Inhale, lengthen. Last one, bend. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. And exhale, lower the hands down to frame the foot. Tuck the back toe under and press through that heel, lifting the back of the hamstring up towards the ceiling. Then straighten the front leg. Shift the belly in. The hips shift back, forehead to knee. Plant the palms, like bend in the knees. Step the left foot back into a three-legged dog. Finding your downward facing dog. Long breath in. Steady exhale out. Inhale, come forward, plank. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Scoop up and through, lengthen to upward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Breathing here. Focus. Long breaths. Inhale high onto the toes, left leg lifts high. Exhale, knee to nose. Stepping that left foot forward to meet the left fingertips. Find lunge, lengthen. Then step the right foot forward to meet your left. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Come forward, shoulders back, chest open. Exhale, fold, release. Reverse your swan dive, sweep both arms up overhead. Come into your variation here. Exhale, swan dive back down into your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, release. One more, sweeping both arms up. Slight backward bend at the top. Exhale, swan dive back down to your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, release. Bend your knees, plant the hands onto the mat, and step the left foot all the way back. Finding yoga lunge. Finding your alignment, knee over ankle, press to that back heel. And then keeping the fingertips on the mat, slowly start to straighten the front leg, the right leg. Pull the belly in, forehead to knee. And release, plant the palms, slight bend in the right knee. Lift the right leg high to the sky. Downward dog. Optional flow. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, halfway down. Scoop up and through, lengthen up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the mat. Hips to heels, child's pose. Long breaths in. Long exhale breaths out. Sinking deeper into the mat, one more. Inhale. Long exhale out. Inhale, come back to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, find your downward facing dog. Exhale, bend your knees, shins parallel to the mat, keep the hips lifted, long arms. Inhale, straighten the legs, lower the heels. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Gaze moves forward. You can either walk or jump your feet in between your hands. Finding Uttanasana, forward fold. Half lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, release. Reverse your swan dive, sweep both arms up, overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Bend your knees and sink your hips into chair posture. When you're ready, lift both arms high. Sit down a little deeper. Shoulders back. Core engaged. Tailbone heavy. And then hands come back to heart center. Put all the weight into your left foot and step that right foot all the way back. Pivot the left heel towards the mat. And then inhale, lift both arms high, coming into warrior one. Make some adjustments. Belly pulled in, shoulders squared off to the wall in front of you, or whatever's in front of you. Right knee or left knee over ankle. Open up to warrior two. Again, making adjustments as necessary. Gaze is over the left fingertips, pressing out through the outer right foot. And now reach forward. Flip your palm up and scoop the air up and back, lowering the right shoulder and straightening the left leg slowly. Inhale, bend, returning to warrior two, arms parallel, shoulders over hips. Reach forward, flip the palm up, Scoop the air up and back, gently straighten the front leg. Put a bend back into the knee, warrior two. Last one, reach forward, flip the palm up, scoop the air up and back, gently straightening the front leg. Dropping the right shoulder, finding a bind if you want. And release, bend the knee, warrior two. Cartwheel the arms all the way down, framing the foot with the hands. Pivot the right heel up, keep the right hand on the mat, and then inhale, lift the left arm, revolving your lunge. Pull the belly in, left hips moving back, right hip forward, stacking the shoulders. If you're feeling good here, pivot all the way to the outer edge of the right foot. Heel toe the left foot back for a modified side plank or a full side plank, wherever you're at in your practice. Lower the left hand down, stepping into high plank. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Scoop up and through, lengthen, up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Ardha Shavasana. Breathing here, long inhale. Steady exhale, breath out. One more, inhale. Exhale, fully. Bend your knees, straighten the legs, either walk or jump your feet forward to the top of your mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, release. Reverse your swan dive, sweep both arms up. Come into a slight backward bend, lifting the heart high, hips forward, down. Inhale to center, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, half lift. Sweep both arms overhead and sit back into your invisible chair. Shoulders down and back, tailbone heavy, pressing back, weights in your heels. Bring your hands to your heart center. Place the weight into your right foot. Lift the left leg and press that left heel back as far as you can. Pivot the left heel back and lift both arms high, finding warrior one. Squaring off the shoulders, knee over ankle, pressing out through the outer edge of the left foot. And then open up to warrior two. Shoulders over hips, arms parallel, gaze over the right fingertips. Reach forward, flip your palm up, and scoop the air up and back. Find length, gently start to straighten the front leg. Inhale back to warrior two, knee bent, torso long. Reach forward, flip the palm up, scoop the air up and back, straightening the front leg. And return to warrior two, knee bends, shoulders over hips. Last one, reach forward, flip the palm up and scoop the air up and back. Find length through your right side body. Drop the left shoulder down and back. And return to warrior two. Windmill the arms down, hands framing the foot. Pivot the left heel up. Keeping the left hand on the mat, raise the right arm, pulling the right hip back. Keep pressing through that left heel. And then come onto the outer edge of the left foot, finding your variation of a side plank. Modifying if you need to. And then lower the right hand down, high plank. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Scoop up and through, lengthen, upward dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog, breathe. Long inhale in. Steady exhale, breath out. Bring your knees to the mat, hips to heels, child's pose, or continue to breathe in your down dog, your choice. Inhale back to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Settle in. Left leg lifts side to the sky on your next inhale breath. Step it forward to meet your left thumb. Walk your fingertips towards the right outer edge of your mat and pivot the left toes in. Wide leg forward fold, and feel free to do organic movements of your own. Skandasana, runner's lunge left and right. Or grab opposite elbows and gently ragdoll. Interlace the fingers behind your back if you'd like. Lift the knuckles high. Bring more weight into the toes, slight bend in the knees. And then release the hands down to the mat. Walk the hands forward into a wide-legged down dog. Keeping the right hand out in front of you, bring your left hand to the outer right calf or ankle for a twist. Pull the belly in, bring the gaze underneath your right armpit, and find length through your right side body. A few more breaths. And release. Bring that left hand back out in front of you. And now the right hand reaches for the left calf or ankle. Dropping that right shoulder down. Bring your gaze towards the left armpit. Find length through your left side body. A few breaths here. Breathing. And release. Right hand comes back into your downward facing dog with wide leg. Then walk the hands back underneath your face. Now walk the hands to the right. Pivot. Right foot, toes face the right. And pivot that left heel. So we're back in a lunge. Plant the palms and step the right leg back into a three-legged dog. Downward facing dog. Optional flow. Inhaling forward plank. Exhale halfway down. Scooping up and through. Up dog. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Downward facing dog. Breathe. To the mat so the earth feels stable. Long inhale in. Steady exhale out. Walk your hand or your feet up underneath you, just halfway, and then walk your hands back towards your feet so that you're standing in the center of your mat. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Finding Tadasana. Long inhale in. Steady exhale, breath out. One more, inhale. Exhale, feel the release. Relax, letting go of tension. Moving on to balancing. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, lower the right arm down and around your left. Crossing elbows, forearms touch for eagle. Garudasana. Bend your knees and lift the right leg up and around the left. Squeezing the knees and thighs tight, hooking the toe around the calf or resting it on the mat beside the ankle. If you'd like to, you can slowly hinge at the hips. Pull the right hip back and bow, bringing the elbows past the knees. Inhale, come back to standing. Keep the eagle legs, but inhale, arms reach high. Palms touch, exhale, hands to heart center. Gently lift the right leg off of the left, bending the knee so that the thigh is parallel to the mat, holding here. Gently rotate the right knee towards the right, using the hip. hold, and then place that right foot at the ankle, calf, thigh, or opposite hip crease for tree. When you're ready, bring your arms to any expression that you'd like. The hands come back to heart center and gently step out with control. Take a long breath in and a long exhale breath out. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead. Exhale, the left arm comes down and around the right, crossing elbows, forearms touch. Steady the shoulders, equal them out. Bend the knees and lift the left leg over the right. Sitting down, so bending the right knee, pulling the left hip back, shoulders back. And if you'd like to, you can start to hinge forward, moving into a bow. Elbows go past the knees. Keep squeezing into your center. Left hip pulls back. And inhale up to standing. Just the arms unravel. Inhale, sweep high. Hands to heart center. Bring the left leg off of the right. Keep the knee bent, thigh parallel to the mat. Gently rotate the left knee towards the left. And then place the left foot on the ankle, calf, thigh, just anywhere but your knee. Protect the knee joint. Continue to grow a little taller through the torso, crown of the head. And then express your arms any way that you choose. It can be the same or different as the last. Return your hands back to heart center. Deep inhale in. Long exhale, breath out. Stepping out with control. Long breath in. Exhale, Tadasana. Take a step forward to the top of your mat. Place your hands onto your low back and lift your heart high to the sky while pressing your hips down and forward for a supporting backward bend. Elbows drawing towards each other. Lift the chest. Sink the hips. Inhale back to center and release your fingers behind your back and forward fold, bending at the knees, pressing the thighs and belly together. Lift the knuckles overhead, chin to chest. Using a hand towel or a strap, whatever you need here. This grip is difficult. Release the hands down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, release. Bend your knees, plant your hands onto your mat, and you can either walk or jump your feet back. Finding down dog. Optional flow here. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, halfway down. Scoop up and through, lengthen, upward dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Long inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the knees to the mat, tabletop position. Bring the wrists underneath your shoulders. Then lengthen your right leg back, like we were before. Hovering the leg this time, if you'd like. Then reach the left arm forward. As you exhale, bring your elbow and knee together. Round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen and hold. Option here to bend the knee. Left arm comes back. Try to grab that right foot and kick up, then kick back. Lift your gaze. Open chest. Dropping the right hip towards the mat for taiko bow. And release to opposite ends of the room. Extend and release. Hands and knee to the mat. Press it back, child's pose. Inhale. Long exhale out. Inhale back to all fours. Lengthen the left leg back, toes on the mat. Hover the leg when you're ready, stable. And then reach the right arm forward, holding here, gaze, focus. Exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, hold. Bend the knee, wrap the right arm back. Grab hold of the foot, kick up while dropping the left hip towards the mat. Chest lifts, gaze high. And release. Hands and knee back to the mat. Hips to heels, child's pose. Breathing here. And release. If you want to grab some water, now's the time. We'll meet in a seated position. Lengthen your legs forward. Give yourself enough space because we're going to be coming down onto our backs. Reach both arms forward with the palms facing each other and the toes coming back towards the face. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, slowly come down halfway. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come down a part of the way, whatever distance is challenging for you. Inhale, back up. Last one. Exhale, come down to a challenging point. Hold. And release all the way to the mat. Lift both arms overhead. Full body stretch, pointing the toes and reaching the fingertips. Extending to opposite ends of your mat. Exhale, the arms come down to your sides. And then bend your knees. Bring them into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, expand. And as you exhale, just use your arms here. Find your tightest grip, pressing the thighs into your belly, back of the head down, shoulders down. Again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Release your grip, arms down by your sides, and then rest the soles of your feet on the mat. Knees are still bent. Bring your right ankle to rest on your left thigh. Figure 4. Recline pigeon. Bring both legs into your chest and releasing the fingers behind the left thigh. Hamstring here. Right elbow is in the crook of the right knee, pressing the knee away from you. Start to breathe into the right hip. Just become aware. Keeping the breath slow. Imagining the tension leaving with each exhale. Now release your grip. Keep the legs where they are in figure 4. Arms come to a T. Gently lower your legs to the left side of the mat. Bring your gaze to the right. Feel the length of your right side body. Long inhale in. Steady exhale, breath out. Inhale the legs back to center. And we'll switch it out. Bring the left ankle to the right thigh. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. Pull the legs in towards the chest and let the left elbow rest in the crook of the left knee, pressing the knee away. Both shoulders are down, back of the head is down. Continue to breathe slowly, releasing tension in the left hip. And release the grip, arms to a T, keeping the legs in figure four. Gently lower the legs to the right side of your mat, bringing the gaze to the left. Finding length through left side body, still kind of pressing that left knee away from you, deepening the stretch. Inhale the legs back to center. Soles of the feet come onto the mat. Arms down by your sides. Preparing for bridge. Exhale, the heels are near your bottom. Legs separated. Inhale, lift the hips towards the ceiling. Shift the shoulders underneath you. Keep the back of the head down, rib cage in, and press the knees forward. Squeeze the glute. And release. Hips to the mat. Soles of the feet together, but open your knees to the sides of your mat. Placing both hands, one on each thigh, gently breathing. And close your eyes if you'd like. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. When you're ready, slide your legs out to the corners of your mat. Arms by your sides, palms facing up to receive or down to ground. Begin to soften, starting with the face, the eyebrows, the jaw, moving down to the shoulders, sinking them into the mat. Allow your arms to be limp, your belly to be soft, and just feel the weight of your trunk on the mat. Breathing in and breathing out, Shavasana. Start to listen to the sounds around you. Acknowledge the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. Breathe in light. Exhale out tension. And we'll be here for a few moments. I'll guide you out of this meditation. So just continue to breathe, expanding on your inhale breaths, contracting, pulling into center on the exhales. Feeling more and more relaxed with each exhale breath. Know that you've done enough, and that you all are always enough. Allow yourself to be. Start to move the fingertips, the toes. Bringing awareness and feeling back into the muscles in your body, the legs, the arms. Gently blink open the eyes. Bend the knees. And slowly make your way up into a seated position. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you all for joining me today at the Hot or Not Yoga Massage Studio. It's truly an honor to guide you all through practice virtually. I hope you all have a blessed day. Namaste.